Hi everybody, so today we're going to be jumping into our fourth and actually last lesson in our coordinate plane topic, and we're going to be talking about polygons in the coordinate plane today. So let's jump right into it. So example 1 says, find the reflections of point A and B across the x-axis. So remember, x-axis goes across left and right, so we're going to be reflecting across the x. The first thing I want to do is I want to find what the coordinate points for A and B actually are. Remember, when you guys write coordinate points, you want to include the parentheses. Your x always comes first, comma, and then y. So let's find the coordinate points for A. What are my coordinate points for A? Well, going to the left 3, so -3 would be my x. My y, I'm going up 5. So my coordinate points for A are -3, +5. Now, when I am reflecting across the x, remember, x stays the same, y is the opposite. So in this case, my reflection, my x stays the same, my y is the opposite. The opposite of +5 is -5. So my coordinate point would be -3, -5. That is my reflection of A across the x-axis. And now let's find our points for B. So what do you guys think my coordinate points for B are? So my x, we're going to the right, 3, +3, and then you go up 5. So 3, 5 would be my coordinate points for B. We're again reflecting across the x. X stays the same, y is the opposite. So my x stays the same. Opposite of my y would be -5. So my coordinate point is 3, 5. So my reflection of B would be right here. And then if we actually connect these points all together, I'm going to choose a different color here, we can see that we have a rectangle. Perfect rectangle. All right, so example 2, points A, B, C, and D make a rectangle. What is point D? So it is giving us 3 points, and it's asking us to find the 4th point to make a rectangle. So first, let's go through and actually plot these points. So point A, start at the origin, 1.5 is a direct line between 1 and 2, and it's saying to go up 2. So my point's gonna go right here. B, -1.5, +2. So -1.5 up 2. I'm actually going to label these. That would help. A and B. And then C, -1.5. And that's actually supposed to be a -4. Sorry, -4. So, knowing these 3 points, I know I have to make a rectangle. What do you guys think my coordinate points for point D could be? So, my coordinate points for point D would have to be an exact reflection of point C across the y-axis. We know C is -1.5, -4. If we're reflecting across the y stays the same, so -4 is going to stay the same. And I'm going to do the opposite of x. So instead of -1.5, I'm going to have +1.5. And that would get me an exact, perfect rectangle. Okay, you guys, so our last question, sorry, it looks a little bit messy because I actually wanted to ask a different question than I had originally had planned. So our question is saying A, B, C, D make a rectangle, and I want you guys to tell me what the coordinates for point D are. So I already gave you points A, B, and C, and I want you guys to tell me what point D would be. So, to begin, the first thing I would need to do is write out the coordinate points for each point. So A would be -4, 4. B would be -4, 5. C would be 4, -5. And D if I wanted to make a rectangle, to make all of these points connect to make a rectangle, I would be right here, which would be positive 4, positive 4, which, if you guys can see, is a direct reflection of point A across the y-axis. So that would be point D.